Good morning everyone and welcome to our maths lesson today. So today we're going to be carrying on, like I said, from Wednesday's lesson, where we started thinking about understanding halving. What is half? Talk to the person you're sitting with. What does half mean? Finding half, what does that mean? That's right, it's when we make two equal groups. Not three, not four, not one. When we have two equal groups, that is how we find half. So today, the other day we looked at half of shapes, and we coloured some shapes. Today, we're going to be finding half of objects and numbers. So that's what we're going to be learning today. Our success criteria is to be able to create halves, not doubles. I'll change that. So the first job I want you to do is get your thinking brains on. Have a reminder, what did finding half mean? Look at these shapes, can you sort them into half and not half? So I want you to drag and drop these pictures into ones that have been coloured or cut in half and ones that are in not half. So that's your activity on the slide to warm your brains up today to think about half. After you've done that, we're going to move on. And we're going to be thinking about finding half of a group. So here, I've got some ladybirds. If I want to find half, like in my shape, I drew a line down the middle. Could I do that with my ladybirds? Can I just draw a line down the middle? Does that work? I've got 1, 2, 3 and a half, 4, 3 and a half, 3 and another half, 3 and 2 halves. I've got 3 and 2 halves. Or is there a better way I could find half of a group? There's probably a better way. I don't want to go cutting up my ladybirds, do I? So we can't do it the same as a shape. So last week we drew lines, but this doesn't work when we have more than one object. If there's only one ladybird, yes, we could cut it in half, but we don't have one. We have 8 ladybirds. So what could we do instead? Think about our sharing. That's right, I could share one for you, one for me. Unfortunately, this doesn't work on there. There we go. So I could share them out, one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me, until I've split them all up. Now I've put them on clear sides. So when we shared into 2 equal groups, we found half of the number. And what is half of the number 8? That's right, 4, because we've got 4 on this side, and I've got 4 on this side. So 4 is half of the number 8, and I've done that by sharing into 2 equal groups. So if I had 8 ladybirds in one group to start, I've now shared into 2 equal groups. Half of 8 is 4, so you just need to move the 4 up. Now I want you to practice today using objects first. Just have a little practice. You can send me a photo if you want to. But I've got some numbers here to show you. Now, if I just move you down a little bit, I'm going to be using today some Skittles to help me. So the first one is half of 6. So I've got 6 total here. Now I'm going to use the sharing method. Excuse me, monkey. We don't go on the desk, thank you. I'm going to use the sharing method. Just like we've got a plate here, it's been cut in half, you can share onto either side. I'm going to pretend I've got one though. I'm going to say one for this group, one for this group, one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me. Now I've shared them out, you probably can't see that group there. Let me bring it in a bit. Now I've shared my Skittles out into 2 equal groups. And how many do I have on each side? That's right, I've got 3 here and 3 here. So half of 6 must be, that's right, 3. Now what about if I want to find half of 8? I wanted to find half of 8 now. I could use the same method. 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me, 1 for you, 1 for me. So there we go, excuse me, thank you. So I've now shared out my Skittles. And I've got 4 on this side, and 4 on this side, so half of 8 must be. That's right, half of 8 is 4. Sorry, the kittens have moved you. So I want you first today to go and have a go using Lego, pasta, whatever you've got at home that you can have a go at finding half of. Once you've done that, we're going to move on, because being able to move objects makes things a lot easier. But that's not always the way, I'm afraid. Sometimes there are pictures that we just cannot move. So how do I find half? Well, let me show you. So now we've practiced with real life objects, let's try finding half of a group that we cannot move. Now what I could do is I could have my fingers at the sides and I could try and show that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, I can work my way inwards. Then I know that my middle bit comes down here, and I've got 3 over here, and I've got 3 over here. So I could draw a circle around them. And so half of 6 is 3. I could drag that over. How many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to try and find me what half of is. You could use your fingers to work in. Use your knowledge. So this is one of your activities after you've finished the practical. Try and do it with things that you cannot move. If you get stuck, go back to using the objects to help you. That's more than fine. So then I've got half of this number. So you've got to say half of, count them all up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 10 needs to come down here. Half of 10 is, and then find out what half is. Same with the gingerbread. What is half of what is total and what is half? Then there's a challenge question at the end. So Jen thinks that she's found half of the set. She thinks she's coloured half of the set. Is she correct? Yes or no? So you have to move the tick into the yes or the no box. And then I want you to tell the person you're with why. Why is she right and why is she wrong? So I want you today to go off and have a go at finding half. We're finding half of shapes today. We're going to be finding half of numbers and totals and groups. So that's what I want you to go away and try today and have a lovely time doing it. Good luck.